would make it this far. They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah.
This episode of Noonish is brought to you by Ethos MetaFest. Come EMF with us August 12th and 13th. Home Vita Mattress Outlet. Go to the website below, enter code Noonish10 for 10% off your next purchase. Dang. That was crazy. But what's up, y'all? This is Noonish Sports and Tech. Thank y'all for joining us today. What time is it? Sometime around noonish, baby. We be 12:30. We on the good side of 12:30. Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is. I am your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson. And, yeah, man, here joining us today, our awesome co-host, starting with El Grande Toro, Jonas Bull.
Back in the building.
Back in the building, man. He had a vacation from us, bro. It's good to see you, dog. Yeah. I missed you, dog, you know?
It wasn't really a vacation for me, but...
Yeah. Well, you know, it just seemed that way because you weren't here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You had a vacation for me.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it.
That's one way to say it.
Also joining us today, y'all know who it is, y'all know what it is and what it's all about. It is the fastest man over 50. What you talking about, huh? This is
I ain't gonna say all that.
Ronald Bowen. Man, what's going down, huh?
I'm over 50.
Nah, nothing much, but he gave me some credit that I'm not due. I'm not the fastest man over 50 anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe at one time.
Yeah, at one time. Yeah.
No, I gave them track shoes up.
Yeah, but you still getting on that track every day, though.
Oh, yeah, I put my miles in walking now.
Yeah, see, I'm still inspired to do that. I got to do something around here, man. But what's going down, Jay? What you been up to, bro? Like, you know, like we've been over here getting it in. Ray was here last week, you know.
I know. I hate I miss that. I love me some Ray.
Yeah, Ray is hilarious every time.
He's a mess.
And man, this lapel gonna mess me up. I'm gonna say it right now, but
yeah,
I'm gonna keep checking to see where it's at.
Yep, you're gonna get stabbed.
It's in the same place. You pinned it.
It's pinned. It's pinned.
It ain't going nowhere. It's just you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, bro, I mean, I saw you doing some volunteer work that you typically do the past few weeks.
Yeah. I mean, like it's been the last, I guess, month, and up into this month has been a lot of stuff going on. Company that whatever I am at Hidden Mountain Data has been going through some kind of explosive growth, which is a good problem to have, but it's a lot of work.
Yep.
For my coaching life coaching that I'm trying to launch, based around self-defense and martial arts, and wrapping in the life skills part of it is taking off.
Nice.
Managed to finish a bunch of certifications around that stuff that I've been working on for a long time.
Hey, congratulations, bro.
In the middle of all that.
Putting in that work. Yeah.
And in the middle of all that, took my son down to Florida for a couple days. Got a couple of beach days with him. And
what part of Florida did y'all visit?
We went to what is that little place? It's just next to Panama City. So not Panama City Beach, but the one that's just a little bit.
Is that down near Miami?
Oh no, it's not that far down.
Okay, so Orlando-ish?
No,
Lakeland-ish?
not that far down. We're talking about like right next to Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like St. Pete.
Not even that far.
Straight up?
Yeah, like Destin.
Like Destin.
Okay. Like back this way a little bit from
Okay.
Destin. Panama City Beach, that's where everybody goes for spring break.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's very cool. Y'all got to check it out. Was it Freaknik? Did they have Freaknik back at Panama City Beach back in the day?
No, Freaknik was Atlanta.
Yeah, I think
that's a whole nother subject.
Miami.
No, Atlanta. ATL. That's where it originated at.
Gotcha.
And
Right
Jonas, I just want to tell you, while you was doing all that stuff, I was doing nothing, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, I spent 2 days.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I went to.
Matter of fact, that was.
You been chilling up?
Yeah, that's all I was been doing, just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm a certified. According to the state of Texas, I'm a qualified chainsaw operator now.
Oh dang, bro! All right, lumberjack. We got a lumberjack in the house.
So, wait a minute.
So
you gotta get certified to all of them.
Well, you don't have to get
chainsaw?
certified.
I mean, but But once you get certified, that takes you to the next
Okay,
level
yeah.
of.
What was the test? They had you like doing some of
like
that.
legit, like you have to you cut some trees down and trim them up.
Wow.
And,
In a certain amount of time, quite
yeah.
naturally. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
Kinda
limited.
sort of.
Yeah, there is a time limit, but not.
Did you have a PR on a certain tree that you wanted? I know you can't
Like
do
a
the same tree over
personal
and over
record?
again, but yeah.
On the tree.
Like,
Okay.
it took,
no,
me, it took me a minute and a half to slice this tree down.
What I did get to do because we just had a spot where we could do it was do what they call a plunge cut, which
Okay.
is where like if you know anything about cutting down trees with a chainsaw, typically what you do is you cut a little
Slant?
Wedge.
little wedge out
Yeah.
of it. It's called the face,
Yep.
and then not quite 1/3 of the way through,
Yeah.
and then you cut back from the other side, and the idea is the tree's going to
Tip
fall
on
in the
over.
direction
Yeah.
of the thing, and if you are worried about it, you can wedge it and push it on over.
Yeah.
A plunge cut is where you got a tree that is kind of big and kind of like it might snap, like it might
Yeah. Yeah.
jump on you. And so you cut a high face on it. So you instead of cutting that little bird beak looking wedge there,
Yeah.
you cut a nice high wedge out
Oh,
of it.
nice. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then you take your saw and you plunge in behind that wedge.
Yeah.
Right. So now you got your saw in the middle of the tree with this little wedge of wood right here and the whole rest of the tree over here holding it up. So then you take the saw and you just gun that sucker and walk it out.
Yeah.
And just keep on walking because you don't know what that
Wow.
tree's going to
So that's
do.
a
So
pretty
you
thick
just keep
tree,
on
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether the plunge is because you're plunging the saw in the middle of it or because you're plunging out behind the tree once it starts going over.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it worked, and it worked out good because
What up, Rocky? Good
it
afternoon,
jumped on
bro.
off and rolled. Anyway, it was exciting.
Yeah. No, that sounds like it, bro. Like,
And,
we got a
uh,
lumberjack in the house.
104 degrees.
I used to
doing
watch
it.
those lumberjack games on ESPN back in the day. They
Yeah,
don't come on
yeah.
anymore. But
Yeah,
them
they
cats
still
used
come
to
on.
get up that tree, boy. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Look at
I
these
ain't-
cats.
I ain't
This is
doing all that.
crazy. Yeah, getting up that tree,
Yeah.
sawing it down, going up. Bam, bam.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do all that.
It was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting. to me.
That was not on the safety brief.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, it's good to have you back in the building, Jay.
Yeah,
We
man.
missed you, dog. We
Yeah.
missed you. Wish you would have been here
In
with
this
Ray.
in this
We
cold
had a great
weather,
time.
we all got our wool jackets over here off camera because it's below 100 degrees today.
Man, I wish.
Yeah,
I
man.
ain't seen below 100 degrees in weeks. It's been hot as hell outside. Like, there's really no other comparison. But yeah, we in Texas, baby. Y'all know what it is.
Welcome to Texas.
I love the heat. I love the sweat. But let's get to the show.
Because I think we got some heat going on.
We got
in the
some
world.
heat. What we gonna start with today? Lord?
Let's see.
Oh boy, we coming out the gates.
Oh my!
Out the gates.
Right,
Get
right
off them
out.
snacks.
Let's get to it. You hungry?
No, I don't want no snacks.
You don't want no snack right now?
I might beat somebody up. I get on them snacks.
Yeah, something extra special. Nah,
Ain't playing around.
nah, no doubt, man. I just want to say congratulations to Terrence Crawford, Terrence Bud Crawford, man. Just out of respect, I didn't see it coming, especially not the way it came and went. And I don't even know what to say. The fight just still. I haven't looked at it again. I'm going to. But it didn't sit right with me when it was happening. I saw one guy at his worst, and I saw another guy that is better than he's ever been. And I don't know, you know how sometimes they say defenses make good offenses look bad and vice versa? Like, I don't know what I saw, but it didn't look right. Understanding, because I've watched Buzz past 5, 10, 6, 7, 8 fights. I've watched Earl's past 5, 6, 7, 8 fights. And to see those two trajectories go like this when they met up, it was a very strange happening. I wouldn't even say like this, it went like this. Like Earl looked like he didn't even belong in that fight
Nah, I don't.
come third round.
I don't agree with that.
I'm just saying, like, there was, again, I only saw it one time.
Mm-hmm.
And, I saw Earl throwing blows and land a few blows that he typically would make people back up and stumble, and I saw Bud just eat it like there was nothing on it.
He did. That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
I saw Bud, brace and get bigger. Like when he shelled up, there was nothing that Earl could do.
And,
Like period.
And don't forget that thought.
Yeah, and then I saw a right-handed dude fighting southpaw, stepping into his jab, getting through his opponent. Like Earl was right, and it was his timing was impeccable. And Crawford, he's been doing this his whole career, right? So I don't want to deny that fact, but to do it against this opponent that's also been teeing off on cats, he's the eye snatcher, like he's been breaking faces, breaking ribs and jaws, and to see just how Bud was sitting there more cool than I'm sitting right now in the corner in between rounds.
He controlled the fight. Ain't no question about that.
More than that, like it was no fight to Bud, it seemed. It seemed like Earl was not an opponent for Bud.
Oh, yeah.
They seemed like they were on two completely different levels. And I've been watching both of these fighters, and that's not the case.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far.
I mean,
he was landing them.
Earl was,
Earl was landing them.
but they weren't. I can hit you all day, but if I don't hurt you, like, what's the point of hitting you? And every shot Bud threw.
I mean, to some extent, that's a fact of boxing.
yeah,
It's not just because you hit somebody doesn't mean that has to it can count as a point without.
yeah, no
Counts
doubt,
as
no doubt. But I mean, that's kind of watching Earl struggle like that was like me watching Mike Tyson punch somebody and them not just. And I never saw that.
Well, I think you hit on the key difference, the most important difference between the two of them is when Bud shelled up, which he didn't have to do as much. But as you also pointed out, like it builds. Like how you start in the first round, if you start going downhill, like chances are you're gonna continue going downhill.
Yeah,
But when Bud had to shell up, like he was shelled up. Like he was a tank.
Yeah.
He was taking hits and just shrugging them off.
yeah. But even when he did get hit in the back of the ear, like in this region, it was nothing.
You saw some sweat fly.
Off Bud?
Yeah.
All right, I need to go back and watch again because.
Yeah, we watch it with the sound off because you got to listen to them announcers like they hype.
Oh yeah, I can't stand that.
They knew who they wanted to win.
Yeah.
No
There
doubt.
wasn't no doubt about that.
But the thing is, it's like the disparity, and I don't think that Earl was at his best at all.
I
But
would agree with that.
I feel like Bud was better than I've ever. Like he was stronger than I've ever seen. Like it just wasn't right. Something was strange to me. And then how calm he was in the corner. He wasn't even breathing.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing wasn't right is the guy we picked didn't win.
Yeah,
So already.
And I know how
already
much he
we're off-
prepared. I know, and so
Yeah,
people like
yeah,
he didn't
he did.
prepare, he didn't train.
Well-
he changed some things in his preparation.
Yeah.
Right. His trainer.
Right.
Right. Blu-ray, I guess, is the guy that's got him all shredded up and
Right.
in his previous fights and ready to come knock somebody's head off. And he stopped working with this guy. I don't know why, but whatever reason,
Right.
Didn't work with him. And he just wasn't as strong. He had no legs in this fight, And I was thinking about that. What you think before I go to the next point?
I don't want to take any credit from Crawford because he looked amazingly good.
Yeah.
And I think he just exposed every flaw that Earl have.
Oh yeah.
Earl usually come in, he's a bigger guy, he just go downhill.
Yeah.
And he don't have to bob, he don't have to weave,
Yeah.
he don't have to back up. And it's just like all his flaws just got exposed, and that probably magnified it to the public because we had never saw some of those flaws. Like the footwork,
Right.
I mean, Earl usually just come in and just drive guys, and I'm not noticing that
Right.
if somebody catch him, he probably gonna get knocked down.
Right.
But I noticed that against Crawford, he had bad
Yeah.
foot placement,
Yeah.
and
Well,
he was
and-
like
I mean,
he
I
was
don't
like
think
a
it's-
stationary target.
Yeah, his footwork's not normally awful,
Yeah, he's got some pretty good footwork.
but it's not as good as it could be. and then against
Somebody that's got
the
great
Crawford
footwork.
that we saw
Wayne
the other
Easy,
night.
Yeah. He exposed that.
He
Yeah.
exposed
and it
that.
made it
yeah.
look probably like you say
Right.
to just
Made it look way worse. than
way
it
worse than
even
it
was.
is, you know, because you're like,
Yeah.
why is Earl feet right there? I mean, maybe he would have
Right.
got knocked down if he would have had better foot
And
placement.
his, and I think he's not used to guarding, not used to having to guard as much.
Yeah.
And he just didn't do it.
No, he didn't do
it. He would put his hands up,
but they
but
wouldn't
he
stay.
wasn't guarded, and
Yeah.
he was, and then he kept taking hits to the head that he should not have been
And
taking.
that right-handed puncher throwing them straight jabs, and I'm talking
Yeah.
stiff jabs.
And that looping left he was throwing.
yeah.
You know, he kept throwing that looping left.
Yeah.
And when
Earl,
he threw it, he
was
wouldn't even
wide.
bring it back up high.
Right.
He brought it back down here, and
Yeah.
that's how he got knocked down one time.
knocked down.
He
Yeah.
threw that looping left, and he had it way down here. And,
Yep.
just that's a Golden Glove move, man.
yeah,
You know?
but that first knockdown was just, you could tell something was like his legs were just, he had no legs. Had no legs, and I'm wondering, so he's been training in Dallas this whole time. In the week of the fight, you go out to Vegas, right? You've been running on the road in Dallas. Is it flat in Vegas too?
Yeah.
I saw them running on some hills though out there.
Oh, they got some
They
hills.
got some
man.
hills, but we got some hills here too.
Yeah, well, I can't call it.
And it's
man.
hot
That
and
was-
dry there. It's hot and dry. Been hot and dry here.
Yeah, and then there is a such thing as wanting it too bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then there's a such thing as getting your butt whooped like nobody expected you to.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah.
I thought it would be
Wouldn't have expected it
closer
to be
fight.
as, yeah.
But I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring it up. So back, Bud 37-0. You know what I'm saying? In his career at this point,
Yep.
champion, right? Top dog in his class.
No doubt.
And now he's 40-0. But when he was 37-0, when the Earl Spence talks started to come about and started coming up, Bud made a decision to join Snack, right? So if I'm 37-0, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick with the program. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So he joined Snickers.
No, he joined Snack.
What's a snack?
Snack is AKA Balco. Have you heard of Balco?
Balco is
Victor Conte.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a promoter.
So Victor Conte, if you know anything about me, I love baseball. Had friends call me Baby Barry back in the day, and they still do to this day. Baby Barry is referring to Barry Bonds, the greatest hitter ever in Major League Baseball,
So far.
period. No, I don't know if we'll ever see that. What Bud was to Earl, Barry Bonds was to the MLB.
All right.
Had the most walks in the season, most home runs in the same season.
All right.
Meaning he didn't get that many chances to hit. But when he
Okay.
did, they were out the yard at a very high rate.
All right.
Prior to him linking up with Victor Balco, he was already a multi-time Gold Glove All-Star, well on his way to the Hall of Fame. MVP,
True. Very true.
baller,
Yep.
right? Looks around the league, checks the temperature in the room. We see lifetime career 200 hitter, skinny dude named Sammy Sosa all of a sudden get yoked up, hitting the bombs out of Wrigley Field left and right. We see Mark McGwire swinging the bat like a toothpick, hitting bombs left and right. What they doing, y'all? They juiced up.
Had some orange juice.
So now, when an already superior talent decides, hey, I'm gonna do what they're doing because I don't like what's going on right now. I know I've been better than them my whole life.
Yeah.
So now already superior talent is like, okay, let me join that club. Let me join that team over there. Balco, what's up? My knees hurt. Let me get some of that cream, that clear. And all of a sudden, I'm hitting home runs at a rate that hadn't been seen ever in baseball. Got the most ever.
Is that stuff good for your knees too? I'll take some.
Yeah,
of that.
it's great. It's great. Look like it's good for everything.
Yeah, it must be.
Shoot, we got to talk about Victor Conte. And Crawford, this ain't you, but the affiliation with Victor Conte is what gives me suspicion, bro. I can't help but to question the validity of what's going on right now because I've never seen you perform at that rate. I've seen you knock dudes out. but not beat
He did look like he was on fast forward.
all the way.
Well, you know, Victor Conte he got a real bad reputation. You know, in 1988.
88. That's
So-
almost 35 years ago.
So you talk about baseball.
practically
That's your
yesterday.
first love.
Yeah.
Track and field is my first love. In 1988, Victor Conte had 23 athletes.
Yeah.
15 of them got a medal in the Olympics.
Wow.
And that was the same year Ben Johnson
Was that due
tested.
to his regimen?
that was due to being associated with him.
Yeah.
So everybody, and you know, Victor Conte, it's not anything recent, but he got tapes where he said, if you don't use, you lose.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and he tell you, I had to, he basically said I had 23 athletes, 23 was on some PEDs, and 15 of them got a medal. I mean, you
He's
know, and
also
the same
said I
thing,
can beat any
so,
drug test.
you know, and it's like this because I knew some guys I grew up with in East Dallas. They robbed a bank. They got away with it.
Yeah.
And how they got caught, they went in stores, not dressed appropriately, buying stuff that they looked like they couldn't afford. So the lady called the police on them.
Yeah.
So when they got out of prison, and the word on the street was they had did it once or twice before and got away with it.
Yeah.
So they went to prison for robbing a bank. Well, really armored car, but they robbed it when they pulled up to the bank. So they got out of prison. They stood around East Dallas looking for 2-3 years. Then all of a sudden in Lakewood, a armored car got robbed.
Oh.
So the first person that the police looked for was them because they had did it before.
Exactly.
So this is kind of like Victor Conte. You've been doing this since 1988.
Yeah.
You did it in baseball. You did it in track and field.
Yeah.
You did it in you did it in professional bodybuilding. So and then you went to jail for it.
Yeah.
And then now that you're out of jail, you with Terrence Crawford. I would say this, Victor Conte, the FBI looking for you.
Bro,
You know, I'm just saying.
We're not accusing you.
We're not
Yeah,
accusing you,
man.
but we
We're
want to
just
know where you
suspecting
was
you.
at on this day when this
feel
bank got
I
robbed.
feel like Victor Conte feels that he is smarter than everybody.
Well, his MO is
And
he designed PEDs
Right.
that
undetectable.
because it's a new drug. So how can you detect for something that you don't know you're looking for?
Exactly.
So that's what Victor Conte MO is.
Yeah.
Well,
and he's got
there's a regimen part of it, as whoever said that analyzes when you're going to get tested and how you're going to get tested and what the best way to approach that.
Yeah. And nobody's
Is-
saying Bud did anything.
yeah.
But you-
Everybody who knows what I'm talking about already knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you
You were associated with this cat.
you're
Yeah.
associated with
With a known cheater.
yeah.
So that's
Straight up.
like if you went and hung out with them guys, when the FBI or whoever starts sniffing around them, they're gonna look at you too, like, well, you hang out with them all the time.
Maybe you went with well,
Maybe it was your idea this
Yeah,
time.
Guilty by association
yeah,
is a
exactly.
thing.
So you know, and you know that is what it is.
But-
So you know, we're not accusing anybody of anything. We're just saying that it looks bad.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
You know, when you was growing up, Jonas, your
could
mom
look
and dad had told you,
Oh, yeah.
say, Jonas, you know, that little Larry, he don't look too
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, maybe y'all not hang around him
Yeah.
if you want to graduate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
if you
if
want to keep the bull name sound like it is.
Yeah.
If
And
this
this,
if this gives you any indication of how I am or was then, like that list of people that they would name off was like, I should go talk to them
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went to
because
Puerto Rico,
that's probably the fun people.
yeah, remember when I went to Puerto Rico one time,
One time.
they was like, don't go here.
Yes.
You know what I wanted to do?
Go there.
Exactly. Don't go there. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
But no, man, it was just a.
Fortunately, we had Diana to keep us on the straight and narrow.
Yep.
more or
No,
less.
we definitely didn't. We didn't go there. We didn't go there. But no, it was, you know, it's just. I hate the fact that it's suspect. Had he not ever hooked up with Snack, we wouldn't be having this conversation if he dominated Earl the way he did without Snack attached to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But
we wouldn't
any,
even say
definitely
that.
be a
any and
different
every fighter, I question every fighter that associates with that man. Like straight up, like it don't make sense to me. You know, maybe the protein shake is that good. I don't know. I know I see them doing some crazy stuff with oxygen on their faces and things like
Right.
that. But
Right.
you know, it's some high level training, and he's a mad scientist, but just don't trust the man. So I don't know how valid that win is.
But,
I'm not trying to take any credit away from Crawford, man, for going in there and being as special as he is, but it don't look right. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the skills belong to Crawford.
Yeah.
No matter what, the skills belong to Crawford.
Yep.
Just like Sosa and Bonds, and like the skills are theirs. You can't inject skills.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, that is he's a especially gifted and talented athlete, boxer, and I guess, I mean, as of right now, I mean, we got to agree with him. This is the Bud era right now, you know?
He's an undisputed full belt era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full belt era. Not
For now.
Yeah. He is, this is the Bud Crawford era. Straight up.
For now.
Yeah.
Got to give it to you. But December 12th, Earl coming back for that head, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm Team Spence, baby. Ain't no change code over here, baby.
Hey.
Y'all know what it is, Derek. What's good, baby? Let's get to work. Oak Cliff official. Let's get it, you know?
I'm going to look right in this camera and I'm serious about this. Earl, think about fighting him again. You may think about fighting anybody.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have made a good living. You know, they say he may have a residual neurological damage from the car wreck. And Earl's speech now is very different now, and he repeated himself already. He's 33 and he's repeating himself.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 68 and I try not to. I ain't gonna say I don't repeat myself. Hey, but hey, at least it'll be the next day and don't be right then.
Yeah.
It does catch up with you after a while. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
now we want to talk about.
Yeah, no, so coming up, you know, this weekend, Anthony Joshua, Derek is out in London right now training Anthony Joshua to fight what's supposed to be Dillian White, but now Anthony is fighting, Mr. Joshua's fighting the same gentleman that Deontay Wilder just recently fought in his last fight. It's the Finnish character by the name of, what's your name, boy? What's your name, boy? Is Robert Helenius. Yes, Robert Helenius, man. So this dude here just going in
Wilder just beat this guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But
So why do Joshua want to fight him?
Well, it's because Dillian White failed his drug test, so somebody had to
fill in.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody had to fill in.
Yeah,
so
he
they
had
keep
to
a
get
fight
up.
up.
Yeah, okay.
So this Helenius cat, I mean, this dude crazy. He jumping in the ring.
Well, and
So Wilder and Joshua, like, respect, bro.
So Joshua needed a fill-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Helenius got like
filled in.
He's like, hey, ain't gonna do me any harm.
Yeah.
Like worst case, I lose.
I'll take it on the chin
gets
for a couple
check.
$100,000.
Yep.
That's
And
basically
if,
what
and
he's
if I
saying.
win,
For sure.
Yeah, and if I
like, look how good
accidentally
I look
win,
now.
Yeah, but he's a formidable opponent. Like, he's not just some scrap coming off the street, some bum. So he's a big guy. You know, I'm not gonna
So
sit
when
here and say
is
it's gonna be a
Joshua
good
and
fight.
Wilder gonna fight?
Maybe that's what this is about. Because we've been talking about that. We've been talking about Joshua and Wilder. They've been talking about Fury and Joshua over there in the UK. So
Yeah, because
you know,
Wilder should not want any more Fury.
well, Fury shouldn't fight Joshua until somebody beats Wilder, because Wilder was knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
You know? So if you can't beat Wilder, dog, like, I can't get you on my card.
So how many times you want Fury to beat Wilder?
Man, I mean,
You gotta
Wilder.
fight somebody else.
Hopefully Wilder getting some boxing training, man, and not relying on that. He need like 3 or 4 years of training. So he's not relying on that right hand, even though he's been a heavyweight champ.
Yeah, you know,
as crazy as that sounds.
You know, Wilder don't even do road work.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. A boxer that don't run? Boy, what you gonna do? Box for 40 rounds a day?
No.
To try to supplement? Nah, dog, you can't do that. Can't do that. And then also we got Charlo and Canelo coming up in September. Another big fight, looking forward to. It's great, man. Boxing is in a very special place. Nate Diaz and Jake Paul just fought this past weekend.
Speaking of looking like just outmatched.
Yeah.
Right up to the end when Diaz finally kind of said, you know what, I'm gonna pop you a couple.
Yeah. Bro, like Diaz was slapping him. He wasn't even getting his fist turned over.
Yeah.
The whole fight.
Yeah.
He was punching him like this. I was like,
it was like heavy sparring.
at that moment in time.
Up until right at the end, and you could tell, because what happened? Jake Paul starts going in for clinches.
Yeah. Yeah, because he got tired.
Back off, dude.
Jake had never
Bro.
he had never had a fight over 8 rounds.
Bro,
So 10
like-
rounds was a little much
Like
for him.
you actually hitting me. You got to calm down.
Yeah, we don't supposed
You
to
got
be
to
doing
calm.
this.
You got to calm down, or you ain't gonna get that check.
Getting in that deep water. But nah, that was probably the worst boxing match I've ever seen.
In my life.
Yeah, like straight up. I think
So there was a better fight that night.
UFC?
It was next to the ring.
Oh. What happened there, bro?
I don't even-
I
like-
did see a little skirmish in the crowd.
There was some kind of little dust up in the crowd there that the on premise security came and broke up. But,
Yeah.
who knows what it was about?
But you know, at fights, there's always scuffles in it.
Yeah.
At fights, there's quite a few scuffles in the
Oh
audience.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. I mean, even at the Earl Spence and Crawford fight, man, Caleb Plant got him a good 5-finger not discount, but with the 5-finger saying to the face.
Yeah.
Got him a good slap in on Charlo, man. That was crazy,
Yeah.
but it's just been a crazy week, man. A lot of fighting going on. People fighting on boats and cruises and ferries, and people fighting everywhere, man.
About to go on a cruise.
Man, that dude WWF that lady with a chair over her head. I was like, this is insane. What's going on now?
I just saw a friend of mine just posted that Walmart now has a self-defense aisle. It was a picture of the chairs, folded chairs, on sale.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy, man. This
But
world
this is what we're
nuts.
going to tell you on Noonish. Keep your hands to yourself,
Keep
because
your
if you
hands
don't
to
keep your
yourself.
hands to yourself, all bets are off.
Mind your business, man. Keep your hands to yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, that was crazy. But moving on.
Moving on
Ooh,
to the much more gentle sport.
$24 Dallas Cowboys. What do we have to look forward to, man? They just wrapped up training camp right out there in Oxford.
Yeah, we got to look forward to Dak Prescott.
Woo!
Your favorite boy.
Hey,
Your
notice,
favorite boy.
notice he is not pictured.
Daggity dag.
Is
Dak is not pictured.
is there a meaning behind that, or is that just wishful thinking?
Dak.
Look, if the
Hey.
Cowboys are gonna go for it, it's not gonna be because of Dak.
It's going to be because all 52 players, you're no better than your teammates.
You said it 52. You said it right because it's 53, and that one is Dak.
Well, 53. How many of it is? Hey, because this is what I heard a guy on TV last night say. He says, this was on Mike Ducey, Free for All, I think.
Yeah.
This guy, they got some little radio show now.
Shout out Mike Ducey. They've been
Yeah,
on the
Ducey's
show,
been on
man.
the
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says.
Sam and Mike.
He says, well, you know, last year, Dak had 7 interceptions that bounced off of receivers. And he said, so those are not his fault. But then he turned around and said, well, you know, Dak is not one of the top tier quarterbacks. He's probably in the second tier, and he need all his teammates to play well if Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl. And I said to myself, that sounds like every quarterback in the league. You got to have his teammates play well. Let me tell you a little story about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You know he won the Super Bowl one year, right? And
heard
then they
that.
had two guards that left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that next year they didn't win the Super Bowl. What did they say?
Oh, they
Kansas
got
City.
injured. They got injured.
Oh,
The
well,
guards
they got injured,
yeah.
and then one left.
Yeah.
Then what did they say? Kansas City got to do what? Upgrade their offensive line.
Yep.
They just said the whole team.
Yep.
You got to upgrade and then that next year when they got 2 better linemen,
Yeah.
they won the Super Bowl. So it sounds like all Patrick Mahomes teammates got to play good for
Absolutely.
them to win.
Absolutely.
So Dak is no different than
The rest
Patrick
of the
Mahomes.
league. Yeah. Yeah.
And your teammates got to play good for you to win.
Hey, I tell you what, Dak will be the reason we won't win. No. And I say that unless we run the football 70% of the time.
See, this
So,
is
so I, let, me,
this
I,
is
let me throw this out there. I don't believe that one player on a football team or a basketball team, for that matter, can win the game
Yeah, no
by
doubt.
themselves.
But
But I do believe one player can lose the game. for
and
you.
that's where Dak
yeah.
comes into play.
Oh, yeah.
Bad decisions, getting the ball out late,
It's,
inaccuracy, getting teammates hurt for weeks. Like Dak, yeah, that's where Dak comes into play, and he is
So they
the
don't-
quarterback. I don't.
they don't say the chain is,
I didn't
is
mean
as
to talk
strong
about
as its
Dak,
strongest
y'all.
link.
Nah.
It's as weak as its weakest link.
Well, see, this is
What we got to look forward to though?
Noonish. Let me tell y'all. J.A. be in his feelings sometimes. He was in his feelings about Earl Spence.
Yeah, I was in my
now
feelings
he in his
about
feelings
Spence.
about Dak.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean,
Hey, you know,
not that I don't like him, but
Dak is not my favorite
I
quarterback.
want him to be great, but he ain't nowhere near.
No.
Nowhere near.
And no, he's not. And I need my audience to quit comparing him to Tony Romo because Tony Romo wasn't great either. He got the same MO Dak does. They be 8-1, 8-2. Then at the end of the season they 9-7.
At least he had accuracy though.
Hey, but if it don't equate to wins, it doesn't matter.
You're
it
right.
does not
You're right.
matter.
I'm just.
Him and Dak got the same amount of playoff wins, right? 2 apiece.
Hey.
He played 13 years. Get Dak 6 or 7 more years. Maybe he'll get up to 3 playoff wins.
Hey, you know them contract negotiation, extension negotiations give me gas.
Well, see,
I can't do it.
Let me
I can't-
explain
It
something to
bothers
you.
me when they talk about that getting extended. I'm like,
no,
for
let me
what?
explain something to you. Dak has took a page out of Jerry Jones' book.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, right now, he would love to win, but since he's not,
Getting
he's
that
just
money.
gonna make that money.
Man, hey, and you see the
See,
Cowboys,
and then
number one.
Dak would love to win.
in sports still.
But Dak would love to win, but since he's not, he's going to get that money.
Yeah,
and
man.
you can't, and that's what all athletes are about now. You know, we're going to have a segment on this show.
It's the
I gotta
game.
have a, I got to have a
football.
segment, J.A.
And in the game.
I got to have a segment. Every time I got some stuff I got to get off my chest.
Yeah,
man.
you have a segment today, huh?
Get it off your chest. No,
We can end it with get it off your
no,
chest.
just.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
That's
Like, straight up.
but I'm gonna tell you this here. One of the Dallas Cowboy problems is CD Lamb hairstyle. Oh my God, CD, I love you, but say, man, come on, do something about them curls and that
CD
and
on
that
some-
burgundy at the end of your hair.
He on some OU right there. He bringing his OU Sooners back with that red. He bringing that OU look
Hey,
back
when
to
I
Dallas.
see, hey, I love CD, but when I see that hairstyle,
Yeah.
I
He's
said,
like,
oh my
what
God. Have you saw?
Yeah.
I said, oh my.
Yeah,
I said, oh my, these.
He bright out there. He flaming out there, boy. But hey, I'm looking forward to CD out here.
I love you, CD.
Yeah, that's a
I
tough
need
man.
you to get 1,500 yards this year instead of 1100. I
Yeah,
need you
man.
to get 15.
And then Michael Parsons, I'm looking forward to him having a huge year, MVP type year. They say he dominating camp right. They can't get a playoff because of Michael Parsons right now. You
And
know?
I need Michael Parsons to do this.
Yeah.
I don't need him to get 11 sacks in 10 games, then stall and end the year with 12
Yeah.
or 13.
Yeah.
I need you to, if you get,
you're
I need you to
11-10.
carry that on through them last 6 or 7 games.
19 and 17.
Because, I know that was his second year. That might have been that sophomore jinx.
Yeah.
But I need you to play consistent throughout the 16
Absolutely. Hey.
games. Because you the one put the gauntlet down. No, he called some names the other day.
his
He
team?
said he said I need what's the defensive lineman, Lawrence?
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yeah, I need DeMarcus Lawrence. I need Diggs.
Yep.
I need Dak. I need y'all to step up.
Yeah, oh,
I
he-
need
he-
y'all.
he
Yeah, he
said
said
that?
that.
Was it
I
on
need
the
y'all to
tape?
play. Yeah, he said I'm tired of coming up short. He said me too. I need to step up.
Yeah.
But he called names. I need y'all to step
I
up.
love it. I love it.
So
That's a leader right there. I
Yeah.
love
So
it,
when
bro.
you call names, you got to
Yeah.
be the main one.
Yeah,
you got to be
man.
the main one. So
I love
need
it.
you.
But
I need
also,
you to,
you know, he got some rookies around him now. I think Mozzie Smith with Jonathan Hankins down on that D line is going to help.
Oh,
They're going.
yeah.
You can't concentrate on Michael Parsons when you got Jonathan Hankins on that line. He will
then they
get
got
that
Stephon
backfield and
Gilmore,
interrupt
too.
things. Yeah, I'm just talking about that D line right now.
Yeah.
And then with Mozzie, they say Mozzie been tossing dudes around in training camp right now. Very good look for the rookie right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes with. So he's got more people around him that are going to demand and command attention from the offense. So we can't double team Micah. You know what I'm saying? They already got DeMarcus Lawrence over there and whoever else they got on the line. I'm looking forward to our defense. Stephon Diggs, that coverage is going to allow for Michael Parsons to get more sacks because he's going to be stuck like glue on people. You know?
Oh, yeah.
What happened? Did our other cornerback from last year come back?
Gilmore. We got.
No, I know we got Gilmore, but I'm saying he would be a great nickel cornerback. Brown,
Oh, Brian, yeah, he back.
he's back. Man,
No,
D.
Wilson, the safety, yeah.
Yeah.
Got nice. You know, we good on paper. We good on paper.
I saw they just
We
signed
need
the
to be
other
good on
safety, Hooker. They signed him, and we got curse as well in that secondary. Oh, we're deep. Ooh,
real deep.
Cowboys defense is gonna be special now.
But-
Dak,
but I got
don't
one-
give it away and keep him on the field for 40
But I
minutes
just
a
got
game.
one question for you though. Who gonna pick up? Who gonna be the third down blitz pickup guy? Deuce Vaughn, 5'5".
Oh no, he ain't gonna be third down. Dude's gonna be first and second down. He
No,
gonna be first and second down.
where Pollard gonna be?
Well, we got Ronald Jones.
I'm talking in third and long when you got 4 wide receivers. You know, Zeke picked that block. Zeke picked that blitz up real good.
Yes, he does.
Who gonna do that?
It might be Zeke.
No, I mean, cause it's little things like that people don't realize how valuable they are.
And
third and one. Who gonna get third and one?
The biggest thing right now for us is Zach Martin.
Yeah.
Still unsigned, hasn't been in
Well-
practice. That's our best offensive guard.
Well, I
our
think he'll
best
be there.
offensive lineman.
I think he'll be there.
You think he's just taking time off right now, chilling with the family, knowing they're gonna sign a
Well,
contract? with him?
yeah, and then I'm gonna tell you like this. I would be worried if Jerry didn't draft him.
Yep.
Jerry, if you go back on Jerry history, if he didn't draft you, he will run you off.
Oh yeah, he loyal to his people.
T.O.,
that he drafts.
Amari Cooper, all those guys were good, but see, like, I didn't draft you. You ain't my
Dion. You
yeah.
can say even Dion.
Yeah,
right?
even Dion, he loved Dion. I mean, but like
Yeah.
Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman,
Emmitt Smith.
Smith.
Oh yeah.
You know, not even Charles Haley. He liked
Yeah.
Charles, but he didn't draft Charles.
Yep.
But the people he drafted, look over the history. Sometimes you'll be like, Jerry, that dude can't play no more. But Jerry drafted him.
Yep.
So I think Zach Martin is safe on just
Oh
on
yeah, I
that.
do too. And that's
Just
Notre
on that
Dame,
alone.
baby. You know, so I want Zach Martin back here.
Oh, yeah.
That's Notre Dame on the squad. You know, but Dallas Cowboys, Deuce Vaughn, was it Overstreet? What's his name? Overland. The rookie out of Texas.
Oh, yeah. I can't think. It's something.
Is it Overland?
Overlook or Overbrook.
Oh, yeah. Boy, let me get your name right, bro, because you're special. And you deserve for me to get your name right. Let me look that up. Cowboys, rookie. Let's just go here with that one. Overshown.
Overshown.
I
Overshown.
would not have got that.
Big O. You know, hopefully you can get that big zero on your jersey. I see you're 35 right now, but Overshown, I think he's going to be another Michael Parsons-esque player
Yeah.
for us.
Oh, yeah.
He is special.
Yeah, he
So,
got some good skills.
yeah, man. So that was a big pickup for us that is kind of under the radar. Nobody's paying attention to, but you should because the dude's dope. But Dallas Cowboys, my expectations are low because of Dak. Everybody else, y'all, like, if we had a quarterback, we would absolutely be Super Bowl bound. But I'm going to keep on moving. NFL top 10. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Gotta get a zoom in on this.
I want to get the Noonish top 10.
Well, the first two has got to be.
We going 1 and 2, or we talking 10
No,
and 9?
I mean, yeah, we're going. I mean, we're gonna go down the line, but you got to get Kansas City and Philadelphia out the way.
Okay, yeah. So them 1 and 2 out there.
Kansas City.
So we'll come back to them and figure out which one is number 1.
Well, Kansas City number 1.
Okay. Well,
They're the defending champion.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't be
Cincinnati's
better
on
than
their
the
head,
defending
though.
champion.
Cincinnati's on their head.
I mean, yeah, but
Yep.
you can't be better than the
So
defending
we're not
champion.
gonna say top 10. We're gonna tell y'all 10 teams to look at
Oh yeah. Oh,
this
now,
year.
Now, if you want to talk
You know-
about look at, you better look at the Ravens.
The Ravens,
Yeah,
Baltimore
the
Ravens,
Ravens,
yep.
because they got
OBJ,
Lamar.
yep.
Yeah, they got Lamar.
Got to look at Cincinnati.
Yeah,
That's 4,
For sure.
yeah, that's four.
right?
Yeah.
Man, the Jets, they had a very special young defense last year. Now they added Aaron Rodgers. And his favorite target, start with an L, I can't think of Lazard, Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
Right? Gotta look at the Jets, right? That's 5. Ooh-wee. It gets real. I say you gotta look at the Buffalo Bills.
Bills, or yeah.
Gotta look
Yeah,
at
the
the
Bills
Bills.
are a good team.
You gotta look at the Cleveland Browns with a Deshaun Watson with
Yeah.
playing experience behind him.
We'll see.
You gonna pass on that one? Is that?
I mean, well, I'm not gonna say that they did. You gotta
Gotcha.
look at the Cowboys.
Gotta
I'm
look
gonna
at-
go with my
you
heart.
gotta look at the
man.
Cowboys.
You gotta look at the Cowboys. You gotta look at
San Francisco,
Yeah, San Francisco got elite defense.
Jacksonville Jaguars,
Jacksonville, yeah.
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins. Where we at right now? It's like 8.
Yeah.
Getting close. Yeah.
It's like 8 or 9. If I'm off y'all with my count, that's on me. That's on me, baby. Oh, them
Cherokee's
last
supposed to be
2.
keeping up with that.
Who else are we gonna get in? Pittsburgh Steelers, because Mike Tomlin, he
Pittsburgh,
just
yep.
don't lose the season wise. Oh, that
Then after
10
that, it get a
spot.
little murky, man. It does.
It does. Very murky.
It get real murky.
Did you already say Seattle?
I mean, we can say Seattle, but we could also say New Orleans.
That was my other choice.
You know, and we could also say Detroit,
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
and we could also say Carolina if Chase Young,
And,
not
and,
Chase,
and,
but
listen, we can also
Young
say
ends up
that,
being the
because
pressure.
I'm gonna tell you this: if Aaron Donald and Matthew Stafford healthy, the Rams gonna have a good. The Rams.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
we're talking about a
true.
Super Bowl champion, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So, got to put the Rams in there,
All
right?
right. So who's not going anywhere? Maybe that's easier.
Who's not going
Who's
anywhere?
not going anywhere?
Who will be the biggest disappointment on the
Tennessee,
season?
Washington,
Yeah,
Minnesota,
Arizona.
Arizona, the Raiders.
I think Atlanta might be a surprise team because I believe
Yeah,
in their
but I put them
quarterback.
in not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's about. I mean, you can name off some real quick. Ain't gonna
I don't think the Patriots are going
do.
anywhere.
Chicago not gonna do anything. The
I
Patriots.
don't know. Justin Fields is pretty solid, and they got him some weapons this year to work with.
Well, you
So-
know that's been going on.
But
so
we'll
long.
see.
We'll
see.
see.
I know that was the most unconventional top 10, but we
Because
gonna
we
call
named
this,
about 15. But
we gonna name this top 10 teams maybe, right? Possible top teams. But we know 1 and 2 gonna be Philly and Kansas City. So
yeah, Philly, Kansas
They're
City's
gonna
at
be
the
in
top of the list.
Got to be in there.
let's keep that rolling. Oh yeah, ATL baby. But we
ATL.
in East Side stomping. We are not talking about Atlanta tonight, right? Or today. What time is it? It's around noonish still, ain't it?
Yeah, we still at it. Hey, it's
Yeah.
barely after
In
one.
some time zones.
We're talking about the American
Track League.
Track League. Jonas, have you ever heard of this before?
I have heard this.
You have heard of ATL?
Yeah.
I had never heard of ATL before.
Yeah.
This is new.
This is the second year. If I'm not mistaken, this is their second year. And they are trying to build an American Track League like the Diamond League over in Europe.
Yeah.
But they light years behind. And the real problem that track and field has, nobody know who these people are.
Whatsoever.
You know, nobody.
Oh, nobody
I mean,
even knows who the league is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, nobody. Fred Curley is the fastest man in the world.
Yeah.
And I would say about 90-some% of Americans don't know who,
Not
who
a
he
clue.
is. Don't have a clue.
No allows.
No allowed. Nobody has. But you know, that would be just like bad. I would say no allow should be just as commercialized as Steph Curry.
Yeah. I mean, he's run more sub 20
Than anybody in the history.
200s than anybody in history,
Than
including
Usain.
Michael Johnson,
Including
Usain
Usain
Bolt.
Bolt, yeah.
Like, no allows is an American.
Legend, but nobody
Star,
knows.
yeah.
They gotta put, now where they gonna get the money from, but somebody has gotta come along and invest some money in these athletes. You gotta put them on TV, you gotta have them on Sprite commercials.
Yeah.
You know, here's the fastest man in the world. He like Little Caesars, Sprite or whoever.
Yeah.
But nobody know who these people are.
Or car commercials. I
Yeah,
mean,
car
if
commercials.
If you're selling
he
Corvettes
drives
or
it,
whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's
Or
just.
Lincolns or.
It's similar. Track is very. We were talking about this earlier. Similar to NASCAR and F1.
Yeah.
You have a lot of potential to market and brand your product on these athletes.
There's a lot of potential for
Growth for sure.
growth in,
Yeah.
in that, and there's a lot of potential for
It's an advertising opportunity.
multiple layers of sponsorship.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't have to be the top tier, Pepsi at the NFL
Yep.
level sponsor
Yeah.
to get in there, especially right now.
Yeah.
And get in there while the getting's good. And
Shoot, they're only winning what $3,000 if they win a track meet, and that's the
Well,
top.
that was,
top the 100 and the 200 and
That was in
800 men's.
That was in the last meet. Now they did have a meet in Bermuda earlier in the year where the first place prize was $4,500. And
But
then,
still.
but now the Diamond League, I don't quote me on this.
But if I'm a small
But-
business, I would sponsor an athlete for $4,500.
Yeah,
You get a lot of sponsors. You
Now
start,
in the Diamond League, I'm pretty sure the winners
You
get
grow it.
$25,000. And then at the end of the year, if you had the total point total, you get, I can't remember what it is, but it's nothing like other major sports.
Yeah.
And if you know now, where the track and field athletes really make their money is when they get to be such big stars like over in Europe. If you're a big enough star, they'll pay you 75, 100, 150,000. Because at one time, Carl Lewis and Michael Johnson got up to $250,000 just to show up at a track meet.
oh, wow.
Just that's your appearance fee.
Yeah.
Now, if you win, you get another 25.
Now, Michael Johnson
and then if you
was
set the
huge.
world record, you get another 50. But you have to. But see, that's only Usain Bolt, Justin Gatlin. The top 4 or 5 people is getting the big money.
Yeah.
Now they may give you $5,000 or $10,000 to show up, but guess what? That just pay for your flight over there and your hotel.
Yeah.
You know.
Straight up.
So track and field has so far to go, and this is what I want to. I'm not gonna look in the camera when I say this. I'm gonna look at JA when I say this.
Yeah.
Track and field athletes are the greatest athletes in the world. But anyway, because he think baseball, I think track and field.
Hey, you
but
know,
anyway,
this is how I want to see.
no,
I
but
wanna
they
see
are.
Track guy hit a 3-2 slider, 2-2 slider. You know, I want to see a track dude hit a curveball out the yard. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of
I want to
fast.
see a baseball guy run 10-1.
Hey, we might have something to
All right,
do.
well, you got
know?
my. Hey, you might have some guy can hit the ball too. You might, but we don't know.
I love it. Yeah.
Hey, but this is the thing. Track and field athletes, pound for pound, are the strongest guys.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're definitely the strongest.
Yeah.
And definitely the fastest.
Physically,
and
I
they
mean, they
can
have to
jump
be.
the highest. So I don't know what else you're the fastest, you're the strongest, and you jump the. I don't know what else you want me to do.
I don't know if they're the fastest, but
Oh yeah.
or the strongest.
Pound for pound.
Pound for pound. Yeah.
Pound for pound.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That's
It's like,
lean muscle, like through and through,
yeah.
every single one of them, men and women. So I can't argue with nothing you just said.
No, but I don't discredit any other athletes.
They
No,
can't,
I'm
they
just-
can't
I'm
hit a
just teasing.
curveball though, consistently. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if they can do.
We're gonna keep this party rolling though. Them Texas Rangers, have y'all seen what has been going on in
They're on an
Texas?
8-game win streak, right?
8-game winning streak
I
right
think
now.
last time we were here, they were on an 8-game lose streak.
Yeah.
See how baseball is.
Yes, sir.
So you can't get too
Up
hype.
and high, too low. You gotta stay right here with it.
162
We got-
games, just ride it out.
Hey, but since that loser streak,
Hey, last couple of years ago, we would have been like they won 8 games.
8 games?
Eight
All
games.
season?
We'll call them the strangers?
We won 8 games.
They won 8
the
games
last
all
6
season.
months.
No more strangers. It's 8-game win streak right now. First place in the division, up by 3 games over the Astros right now, and catching momentum, right? Because since that 8-game loser streak, we've gone out and gotten Max Scherzer. We got 2 more arms. Corey Seager's back. We unfortunately, Josh Young got a contusion on his thumb. Dude hit a shot to him. He tried to catch it, hit his thumb, and now he's out for I don't know how long. But it doesn't feel good. But we have top 5 offense, and our pitching just got better. We got Aroldis Chapman in the bullpen. We got Will Smith closing games out. Texas Rangers, man.
They got who?
Is that
Close
Will
game?
Smith?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got the Fresh Prince closing games. But not really that one. It's another Will
guy.
Smith.
Oh, no, not that Will Smith.
No, not that now.
Oh, because if it was that Will Smith, I'm going to go out there and slap him.
Not that one. You don't got to hit him with the Caleb Plant. You ain't got to plant it on him.
I'm just playing Will, but I will slap you because I ain't Chris Rock.
Come slap me, you know? No, but the Rangers, man, it's looking really good out there right now. We got something to look forward to, and I don't want to jinx us at all. So I feel that we have the ability to go out there and win our first one ever. And given the fact that Chris Young is a Highland Park native from Dallas, Texas,
Oh, yeah.
it's even better. Let's go. Texas Rangers, hey, let me go and turn my hat around, man. That's why I got a blue hat on to y'all. This is why I got a blue hat on today, y'all, because we bought them Rangers, that Rangers life down here right now, man. Y'all keep it up, man. It's fun to watch. Corey Seager right now, statistically, is the best baseball player offensively in the league. There's a stat, I can't think of the name of the stat, but they said that he's producing 90% more than the average MLB ball player. And he's leading that stat by far, every at bat.
So what happened to the guy that was the GOAT 3 weeks ago?
Who?
No, I'm just
Talking about
the pitcher and hitter. He was the
Oh,
GOAT last.
Shohei? I'm just talking about the Rangers. Well,
Oh,
they still
no,
saying, I mean, Shohei is still
doing what he's doing.
whatever. Corey Seager is going to do what he does, but Shohei's still going to win MVP.
Yeah, but this guy right here is 90% better.
Not hitting wise.
Oh,
he
hitting right.
can't pitch.
Okay.
He can't pitch.
No, he can't pitch. Okay.
He can't pitch. But yeah, man, the Rangers is something to look forward to, man. Max Scherzer went out, got his second win in his second start yesterday against the Oakland A's last night. Fun to watch, man. That dude is straight swag on the mound. Back in the day, he pitched with the Fort Worth Cats independent baseball team. A lot of people don't know that. But he's back here. Before he got to the league, that's where he was at with the Cats. Now he's in the league, man, with the Rangers. Great addition for our team, man. And I'm excited about what's going down with the Rangers. As y'all can see, man. As y'all can see.
It's much more exciting when they're winning.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of winning.
Especially in this town. We love winners.
Messi.
That's why Messi had more fans than the FC Dallas team combined last week in their game on Sunday. That dude there
7 goals in 4 games.
got 7 goals in 4 games in the MLS. Making the MLS look like he's playing out there at like the MLS is at Messi camp. Like they just getting lessons from this dude right now.
Lessons, yeah.
You know? Like he scored on a penalty kick the other day, man. Just beautiful. I don't know if y'all saw it. He kicked it in the upper, I don't know if they say it from the goalie's view. If it's goalie's view, upper left corner. From Messi's view, upper right. Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Upper 90, you know, as they call it. And this dude, he has not disappointed since he's been in MLS. Unlike the United States women's national team this year. Went out. And we didn't even make it to the, to the final round for the first time, I think, ever. We got eliminated by Sweden in penalty kicks. It just was not a good look. I think they're about to get rid of their coach because he hadn't had a good showing in their past 2 World Cups and just the past, I guess, 4 to 8 years, however long it's been. But got to make some changes. We have a lot of good young talent. We still got a very talented team. We just did not gel. And
Yeah. We gotta let some of the young talent play.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
We got some older players.
Yeah.
They need to be at the house watching.
Yeah.
You know, they've been fussing and raising hell for
gotta
about 2-3
let it
years
go.
over money.
Yeah.
And I think they'd have concentrated more on the money
Than the
they
game.
have than the game.
Exactly.
And so I need about 3 of them to go into the house.
Yeah, no, this
You
is
know.
this is a very disappointing showing for the U.S. women's national team. But I don't know what to say, man. Y'all need to get back to the game. I don't get a new coach. Y'all need to do something.
Refocus.
Lock in, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
we ain't used to y'all losing.
No, we
That's
used
a
to
bad
win.
week. Got
Yeah.
Earl getting knocked out, the women's national team getting knocked out, Tim Anderson getting knocked
And y'all
out.
got your money and then you lose? No.
Man.
No, hey,
You can't do that,
Hey,
nah.
that's the way it goes in
That's the
sports
way it
now.
goes.
Once you get your money,
Yep.
you ain't what you used to be.
Yep, but something very cool I'd like to bring up. It's a young man, youngest ever to sign to a professional contract in the USA, by the name of Davian Kimbrough. He signs to the Sacramento Sac Republic FC in the USL. Crazy. Like, can you imagine being 13 years old, signing to a professional team? Luka was 14 when he started playing. This kid here, I don't know what to think about a 13-year-old getting signed to a pro contract. But it's awesome.
Well,
Congrats, kid.
kind of, sort of, congrats. That might be a lot for a 13-year-old.
Stack that money up.
Yeah, but
I mean, is he going to travel with the team? Is he going to stay in the hotels with the team? Who going to supervise this kid? I mean, he'll run a bunch of grown men.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm saying
That's
it
a
could
grown
be.
man world, yeah.
Yeah,
no doubt.
It's a tricky situation here. If he don't have good guidance and
Oh, for
somebody
sure.
really own him, I mean, like I say, when they travel, who gonna travel with him?
And he gotta have
and he's
somebody
still
Because you can't- yeah, I
under
mean,
the
you
age
know.
where he's got to complete schoolwork too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if he was,
Yeah.
Like legal.
and then if he was your 13-year-old son, Jonas, who you gonna trust to let him go with?
Shoot, I'm gonna have to go with him.
That's what I'm saying.
They gonna have to pay
if
me.
I can't go, he can't either.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust him with.
Yeah, my son.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Also, because
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, no
I mean,
doubt.
because
No
you'll
doubt.
say you're gonna watch him, but what happens late at night when everybody's
Right.
going out and you go out too? He's 13, 14.
Yeah.
Guess what? He might get up and leave the room also.
Yep. Yep.
So
Nah,
you
I
know,
got
this
the-
is just a tricky situation for a 13-year-old. Now this is not European basketball because when Luka signed at 14 years old over in the league he was playing, even though he was getting paid, he wasn't even leaving home. He was sleeping at home every night.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't even leaving home.
Different
It's a whole
situation,
difference.
yeah. Yeah.
So you know, congrats, but not so fast, my friend.
Yeah.
There's a lot go
so
with
fast, my
it.
friend. Yeah.
It's a lot go with that.
Yeah, that
There's a lot go with
professional sports life is a fast one. It's a lot
It's
of
a
fun.
fast life.
But you got to have a lot of discipline.
You gotta
And
have
as
a
a
lot of
13-year-old,
discipline.
there is no way
Yeah. So it's
I could ever play professional sports. I could barely do it at 20. Or what was it, 22, 23.
Yeah.
Like it takes discipline.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But congrats to that kid, man. That's special, man. That's a skilled sport. So to understand that a 13-year-old possibly possesses the skills of a professional athlete, that's awesome, man. And I just want to see what comes of this kid, like straight up. But with that being said, now on to my favorite part of the show, because that was that last
drinks?
topic. Oh, I love the drinks, but you know what it is. It's Tech Talk with Jay. I need to get a photo of you, bro, so I can make something like smiling or something in the background with the matrix
Hey,
going behind your
take some
head.
AI and make
You know what I'm saying?
some artificial
Yeah,
intelligence.
put some bull horns on you.
I mean, all I really do is bitch about stuff usually.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. But what we got to bitch about today, dog? What's going down?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of interesting things. I always like to throw something out there that's a little scary. If you are a Windows user, which still a lot of people are, the Microsoft Edge browser is taking pictures, taking screenshots of every website that you visit.
Oh my.
And the story is that these are so they can do little thumbnails of the thing for when you click on that history. So you want to go back to something you went to before.
Yeah.
It'll have a little
Thumbnail?
of the screenshot. on
But
there.
that ain't why they're doing it. They get in your
Well,
business.
that may be why they're doing it, but I mean they've got a really really good history of keeping security tight and not using things for purposes other than what they
Yeah.
looks like.
I mean, it's kind of just like
they really don't.
kind of like the algorithms on your phone. They keep up with what you
Yeah.
do, and then they know what to send you because they're gonna know what you like. I mean, I don't know. It's no scarier than anything else to me.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's just becoming more blatant.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
intrusive.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's,
Privacy is no longer.
Well, yeah, and that's a subject we've covered many times here before, and I believe that the only solution, there is not the moment has passed for there to be a technical solution to this. The only solution to this is that there is a legislative enshrining, because apparently we just pick and choose which rights are actual rights. But there's gonna have to be a law that says that we value and protect people's privacy.
Yeah.
And there's good ways that we could do that, but
I think that
the money is in the money is in the hands of the people who don't want that to happen. So,
I think the
Absolutely.
horse already left the barn on that one. I mean, that's just my
Yeah.
opinion. Because we got too many things to invade our privacy.
right.
Our phones, our car.
Well,
Yeah.
Because me and my wife had an accident, and this is the honest truth, Jones. We were in the car, and the car came and hit us. We still sliding. The guy
They
comes
already-
on the radio and
looks like you've
says,
had an accident.
you are on Wintergreen Road at the cross street, such and such. The police and ambulance is already on the way.
Wow. No
So-
emergency
so-
on your end.
Is that a bad thing?
That was a good thing at the
It's a
moment.
good thing at the moment, right?
But then to know that somebody always know everywhere you go, Where your car?
scary, man.
I mean,
And so that's why I say like the technology and the use cases are already out there.
yeah, it's too far.
100%. It's that horse is left.
I
the
broke
building.
up with a girl because
But
of that.
having
Like straight up. I'm driving down the highway. She's like, why are you over there? I'm like, I'm looking in my car. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is over. I can't have that. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
you're
That's
too
back when you
much.
was single, right? Yeah.
That's
Right,
too much, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's,
But to know that
that's
just a
locate
random,
my phone. She had to locate my phone.
You know
on
where
it.
I'm at all times? I don't like that tracking stuff, man. It bothers me.
well, and that's why I say that the only solution that was ever going to really matter is just like we say that it's important that you be able to go to whatever church you want to or not, as the case may be. That's important. We decided that was important.
Yeah.
We decided that it was important that we would be able to talk about Jerry Jones and whatever else we want to talk about on the show, in public, or in private. And while some people, me included, would say that a right to privacy exists and is already protected, or should be, obviously that group of people is in the minority right now.
Yeah.
And and we're gonna have to have somebody write some intelligent legislation that protects individual privacy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
'cause
the
it's-
only way that's going to happen, and it's going to have to include provisions for things that we value, like
Yeah.
things that, we value rapid response to accidents. We value the ability to, I like the fact that I can shift stuff from my phone to my computer and to
Yeah,
the
no
TV
doubt.
and all of that stuff. That's all included in that. So
Kind of like how we control this thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's,
And the stuff is out there. It's gonna be out there. We want it to be out there in a lot of cases, but having some protection that says, that people can't just use this to randomly decide to look at whatever you're doing anytime they want to.
yeah.
That stuff that is of value that should be yours, that you get some compensation for somehow if somebody's using it for, like right now, the big thing is AI.
Yeah.
Anything that you've ever written on Facebook, anything that you've ever written on various other platforms, Zoom is the latest one, is now subject to them using it to train their AI, which they
wow.
are going to then turn around and sell back to you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, come on, guys, like we need to figure this out.
Yeah, no doubt.
And if that is the catalyst to get that done, then that's great. But I think that's the only solution that we're going to have to that.
Royalties. I think people should get royalties from whatever information that these companies sell of theirs.
I mean,
Like, you
I don't
know
know
what I'm
if that's
saying?
the solution,
I don't
but-
know if it's a solution, but
at
it
some
makes it a
point,
little better.
We're just going to have to say either take the hit on that some things are just not going to be as convenient as we might otherwise be able to make them,
Yeah.
or some kind of compensation penalty
Yeah.
is going to have to be balanced out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I'm not a privacy lawyer.
Yeah, no doubt.
But if there's such a thing as that, I'll take that. Just
Privacy.
pay me to go to school for that.
Ever since my friend came back from the other side of the ocean, I've been saying privacy and
Privacy.
garage
Garage.
instead of
Privacy
garage.
and what? Okay.
Garage.
Yeah, okay.
In the garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here's something a little more fun. We have been talking for decades, like long time. We've been talking about fusion is going to be that's going to solve all our energy problems.
Yeah.
And it has been not there.
What kind of fusion though? Like fusion.
Like it's nuclear fusion.
Okay, gotcha.
So basically, it's the same thing that powers the sun and stars.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time, really ever, what they call an ignition event, which is where the fusion reactor is actually putting out more energy than what they had to put into it to get it started. They've been able to replicate that.
Yeah.
So they've had lots of times that we did it. but nobody's been able to do it again
Yeah.
using the same methods. And so this is the first time that they've been able to do that a second time using the same conditions and the same methods, which is a huge thing. Like, it doesn't sound like much. It's a huge deal because that means that, like, okay, maybe there's some hope that this thing can be turned on sometime in the future.
Yeah.
And actually be a way for us to continue to power all these awesome things that we're doing, like YouTube shows and AIs and electric cars.
I was about to say electric cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the biggest consumer.
Well, I don't know if it's the biggest consumer. Those AI training models are pretty monstrous. When it
Really?
comes to, yeah.
To energy?
Although Bitcoin was there for a while was a monster
currency,
too.
yeah.
But yeah, basically any of these things, basically any of these technological conveniences, whatever it is, whether it's your phone, your electric car, your AI assistant, or your beer distribution, or your fancy new Nike running shoes,
Yeah.
all of those have, you trace it back far enough, all of them have a significant input of energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they have to, they require energy.
Yeah.
And right now we get that from fossil fuels, nuclear power, and a little bit of wind and a little bit of solar and
Yeah.
a couple other geothermal, a couple other odds and ends and stuff. But some of those things are inherently limited. Some
Yeah.
of them we've decided are dangerous, rightly or wrongly, and some of them are just going to run out.
Yeah. No, I said the electric car because I was watching one of the guys on YouTube that I like to watch. He's a tech guy.
Yeah.
And over the past year, he has created a life that is completely sustainable, right? So he's got the Tesla
Okay.
tiles
So-
on
so-
his.
So that's strike one.
What you mean?
Carry on.
All right, so he's got the Tesla tiles on his house.
Okay.
He's got. It's not completely sustainable, but because it comes from the grid, but
It's completely sustainable.
well, it's not completely, but he hadn't paid $1 for his electricity in the
Somebody's
past few.
paying for it.
But he hasn't because
He did. I think he did pay for it. He's paid for it when he paid for the
solar, right?
Right.
So he paid for the solar. Right. So he's got the solar in his house. He's got the electric vehicle
Strike two.
charger in his garage.
Strike two.
Right. He's got a Tesla. Right.
I'll keep that as part of strike two.
And so what he's done,
So I'm already being nice.
and here in Texas, we get a lot of sunlight.
Is that all he's done?
Well, because he wanted to fully get off the grid
Right.
was his end goal,
Okay, but
right? And he
Like-
has for the so
So-
what he found out in his research.
is his goal to get off the grid so that nobody's monitoring his electricity usage, or is his goal to get off the grid because he wants to be sustainable?
He wanted to get a $0 electric bill. He wanted to pay nothing
Well, he
for his electricity.
probably managed that.
So that's
Unfortunately, he's got a huge Tesla bill and a huge and a huge solar power bill.
Yeah, but
it's not going to go away because you keep having to replace those.
he said stolen power bill.
solar power.
Oh, they said stolen power.
I mean, I guess you could argue that he's stealing it from the sun, but
Yeah, so it's
since the sun's giving it away, it's not really stealing.
but what he realized was that in certain months of the year when he's got more sun,
For sure.
like it levels itself out at the end of the day, right? Because when he doesn't have
Yeah.
those months with a lot of sun, the months that had a lot of sun
Carry
put extra like an overage into the grid that
Oh, so
brought
he's
it
not
back.
really off the grid.
He's just not paying for it because his solar power has paid it forward.
So it's balancing out.
Yeah,
He's not really
exactly.
off the grid.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he didn't have some way, if somebody else didn't have some way of generating that power and someplace else that power could go to that somebody was paying for,
That's the thing.
he wouldn't really be sustainable.
Yeah, but because that overage is going to the grid,
And there's a surplus of power from somebody
and
else.
then he's able to get it back and still not have to pay for it.
So
But
he's not really off
what
the
he
grid.
found out was his biggest, because he uses his computer.
Yep.
He doesn't. I don't believe he's mining Bitcoin.
Well,
I don't know what all he's doing electricity-wise in his house.
It's definitely not. Bitcoin.
But the electric vehicle was the primary resource taking away from
Oh, yeah.
his resource,
Yeah.
from his electricity.
At
solar resource.
somebody's home, unless you've got electric heat, because God forbid you have propane heat.
Gas.
That's evil now.
Yep.
Yeah, electric heat. If you're not running electric heat, which in Texas is only about a month out of the year,
Yeah.
is your electric vehicle's far and away going to be your highest normal expense.
I wish I could take some of this heat and bottle it up for the winter, because
Yeah.
I got more than enough right now. All these 100-degree days.
I can show you the plans for people that want to do that. Say that exact thing.
People do that right now. They
I don't
store
know if-
heat.
I don't know if they're actually doing it in
They have
at
a
any
plan
scale,
to.
but there's methods to do that.
Hey, I'd love to learn, because I wouldn't have to use now gas, now anything
all right.
come wintertime.
So this was not where I was going with this, but at the end of the day, no matter like if we let's say we just shut it all down,
yeah.
turn it all off. Turn it all off. We're gonna go back to living like cavemen.
Yeah.
We still got to eat,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Still got to eat. We still got to generate body heat. So we got to eat something.
Mm-hmm.
And we're either eating plants or eating animals.
Yeah.
If we're eating plants, we're eating plants that took in solar energy.
Yep.
If we're eating animals, we're eating animals that either ate other animals or ate plants themselves directly.
Yeah.
So it's all going back to solar.
Yeah.
Now, that's easy to argue about, but at the end of the day, all of that solar energy that the plants are collecting is getting turned back into heat. Because basically what we're all doing, everyone, including the plants, is we're all burning the sugar that the plants are converting from solar energy.
Well, there's enough solar energy to sustain the entire planet, like daily, what the sun gives off.
That's not the problem. There is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not really solar cells, all of the solar power collection that we have aside, issues with that. There's more than enough solar energy to do
whatever we need to do.
That's not the problem. The problem is, just like we've been talking about how hot it is here, and we got a fan running over there, and
Yeah.
this is usually a pretty cool building. All that heat has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
We're literally as we're sitting here sipping on drinks, we're burning sugar
Yep.
of various types in our bodies, generating heat.
Yeah.
Every light in here, every
Generates heat.
electronic device,
Yep.
every car, whether it's electric or not,
Yep.
is generating heat. All that heat has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. This is not a climate change. This is just a fact. Everything you do generates heat,
Friction.
and all that heat goes somewhere.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, we got to take in enough energy to level that off.
Yeah.
That's the long term. That's our problem.
So you don't believe in fully sustainable, or full all out sustainability? I guess.
You can get to a level of fairly long term sustainability, but you're not going to be running Teslas and computers doing it.
Yeah.
You're going to be. You want to talk about living off the grid? You're living a lot closer to
Eating corn and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
growing corn. How about that?
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
corn
you
is
got,
not,
that's how the only way to eat it is to grow it. That's what
corn
I'm
is
saying.
not a very efficient. It's one of the less efficient. It just grows fast.
Yeah.
Which is super convenient. That's a whole talk about a can of worms.
So that's a whole other subject right
Yeah,
there.
man.
But at the end of the day, and this is not a green thing or an environmentalist thing. Like, this is just a fact of physics.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we are putting off more heat energy than we consume.
Yeah.
The sun's giving us plenty.
Yeah.
We can take it in, but we're converting it into heat, and we have to be able to shift all that off somehow. Mm-hmm. And the only way we know how to do things is by consuming more energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as far as anybody, people way smarter than I am know, the only way to do that we know how to do anything is by consuming more energy.
Yep. Yep.
And so we can argue about like what's the most efficient way to consume more energy, but that's at the end of the day, we're still talking about doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about like, oh, we should do this or we should do that, like, I mean, okay, great, but like, look at the bigger picture. When you're talking about like, I'm gonna get off on solar and get off the grid, like, all right, great, but look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Like, are you really off the grid? Because if you're still connected to those power lines, you're not off the grid.
Yeah, no
you're
doubt.
still connected.
Yep.
You may be a net consumer or a net producer, but you're not really off the grid.
Yeah.
And if you're paying Tesla, for example, not really trying to pick on Tesla per se, they just talk a bunch of shit. They
Not an
like,
Elon Musk
you
fan,
have
huh?
you have to build those. I think he does amazing shit.
Yeah.
But like he also talks a lot of shit. If you
Yeah.
talk a lot of shit, like just because you're good, you talk a lot of shit, like people gonna call
Yeah.
you out on it.
Yeah, they're gonna come after
No
you. They're
doubt.
gonna call you
Right.
out. Yeah.
Pig and hole.
And I'm
Putting holes in
still
it.
betting on Musk in the Musk Zuckerberg fight because I think Elon Musk has
They're-
already been replaced by a cyborg.
When are they gonna fight?
I don't know.
You
But
think it's
I,
already been what?
I think Musk has already replaced himself with a robot.
What are you talking about?
You know, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have been talking about.
they got a UFC fight
Knocking
coming, or
out.
like,
Yeah.
a mixed martial arts fight coming up.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Neither one of them can fight.
Well, Zuckerberg's been training.
So has Musk.
Has he?
Yeah.
I saw
He's been doing it.
Zuckerberg training without a Sonya. You didn't know this? Oh yeah, them boys want to.
They've been talking about trying to do it in the Coliseum in Rome.
All I can say is they better fight each other, nobody else.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And that might be worse than Nate Diaz and Jay.
Hey, because I'm gonna tell you like this: Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have trained for 5 or 6 years. There's some dudes that come right out through that door and beat the crap out of both of them. Because they've been doing it all their life. While y'all boys been living a good life, these dudes been fighting for real.
Yeah,
man.
got real
Stop that,
problems
man.
and real heartache that's coming out at you right now.
Real
Yeah,
shit.
man. So, what you want to give a? I mean, that's solid stuff right there. We just talking about. I don't mean to just cross over like that. That was a killer crossover. Like,
Yeah, okay, that was good.
I can't play basketball, but
Some,
in the chair,
somehow we got off onto a subject that is deep to me.
Yeah, no, I
Oh, yeah.
love it. I love it,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, I
It's
do
deep
too.
to me too.
I do too.
You know, I've got some planes in that sustainability
Yeah.
place. You know.
Yeah, I
smart
mean
cities
it's
and
a
all
deep
kinds of
thing,
stuff,
and
so.
it's overwhelming. I think a lot of people get really bent out of shape about it because it's so much, it's so overwhelming.
It's a lot that goes into it, but
There's a lot that
if
goes
it's
into it, and
I think if it's built properly from the bottom up, and I'm talking about communities, cities. You could have sustainable communities and cities if the infrastructure is built from the bottom up.
Oh, yeah.
Correctly.
we can
absolutely
we can
happen.
do so much of a better job of managing stuff. But we're gonna have to start thinking community.
Yeah, because right now we don't. And it's
And
a very selfish and wasteful people.
I'm not talking about political.
I hear
I'm not even talking about cities per
Yeah.
se. I'm talking about like, hey, you live next door to me.
You talking about human
I'm talking about human community.
kind,
Yep.
like mankind, like
the,
us.
the people that you see every day that
Yeah.
you maybe don't talk to, and just you pass them up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe you wave. You don't
Yep.
know their name. Live right next to you.
Yep, it's
Like-
got to be a collective, like.
You sound like a
Yeah.
communist now.
No, I'm just I'm just saying, like everybody's got to be moving one direction. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
On this whole topic.
Community.
Community, like you said.
Get
Like
together
you
as a
said.
community and look at the things that you can do. It might require a little bit of effort on your part.
That's the word I was
But
looking
look
for.
at the good stuff
Collective
that's going to
effort.
come out of it. Look just down the road. Well, several miles down the road down here, where they got the community garden down there
Mm-hmm.
on the other side of Dallas. Like they got some amazing
Bonton Farms?
Bonton Farms.
Yep.
Some amazing stuff comes out of there.
Yeah.
Good food, good community action. Like could it be better? Absolutely, it could be better.
Yeah, but
But
somebody
they're doing something.
exactly.
The Bonton
Exactly.
Farms
Yeah.
Yeah.
in South Dallas?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You been out there?
No.
You gotta check it
Check
out.
it out. Check it out.
They got for the community?
So they got a little community farm there, and then they got a larger, also community farm.
Yeah, like a market.
Oh, well, you can
It's
go.
like a farm to market thing, but it's all run by and feeds back into the community over there.
Yep. Yep.
Who's the community over there now?
But you know,
The community has changed now, right?
yeah. Oh, it's gentrified, but it
little bit.
hadn't changed completely there
No.
yet.
You know, because Bonton was Bonton. Y'all don't
Well,
know
it's-
about that.
it's
I
still-
know
What
y'all
Bonton
know.
you know? What Bonton you know?
The Bonton I know is that if you lived in Bonton, you have to have some hands.
Yeah.
Because you're going to throw them on a regular basis. You're going to be throwing hands.
Zuckerberg and Musk wasn't coming around.
No, they won't. No. No, they had some boys in
wasn't picking fights in
Bonton.
Bonton.
No, Bonton was like, you know, all the kids from Bonton went to Pearl C. Anderson. Then they went, that's a junior high. Then they left there and went to Lincoln.
Yeah.
And to even go to Pearl C. Anderson, you have some hands.
Yeah.
You have to have hands.
Shout out Chris Bosh.
Yeah, I mean, that was before Chris Bosh days.
Yeah, way
That was
before Chris Bosh. Way
Because,
before.
I wanted to go to Pearl C.
Yeah.
But I had to go to another school. And
Yeah.
the school I went to, you had to have hands over there also.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, you know, this was the days of, just like, at Christmas, you take down names and y'all exchange gifts.
Yeah. Oh, I bet y'all didn't have any
When you went to that school,
active shooter alarms going
no,
off.
we had
like kids.
we had active hands along.
Exactly. That's
Hey,
what I'm saying.
you see it at
had to worry
the
about them
school I
shooters.
went to, behind the wood shop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where it's going down.
Hey, don't go behind the wood shop. You got to throw hands.
Yeah.
It's all,
Yeah.
the city exchanging gifts, we exchange hands.
Oh man, what's that? Toby in Igwe song? Try Jesus, don't try
That's
me.
me, because I throw hands.
Cause I got hands.
Because I throw hands. That's the motto we live by back over in Southeast Dallas. Yeah, we got them hands on.
I got hands. Nah, thank y'all very much for joining us today, man. We had a lot of fun, a lot to talk about today. We're gonna chop this thing up and make some short ones out of it because it was just that good, a lot of good stuff. But we'll be back in a couple weeks. Soon we're gonna be back every week. I'm just saying, because it's football season and it's about that time. Football on Sunday, ain't it?
Football on Sunday.
Yeah, man, coming soon. We're gonna be back in the
Got a lot to talk about
that. Hey, man, we'll see y'all. Thank y'all for joining us today. Peace.